Alright, so I just filmed an intro, but it was way too long. So I'm going to do a simple saddle versus stand setup, beep it a bop. Alright, so I'm just going to get a weight quick. This is the system I used. That's the XOP Vanish, 2 sticks, 20.75. I know we can switch the sticks up. I'm just showing what I was carrying before. Alright, and this is my Badlands Super Day, tethered 1 sticks, saddle, everything I need to hunt. Packs up nice. There's a saddle on the bottom. That's with the backpack. That's also with the ring of steps. Gators. $12.2 pounds. Ridiculous. Alright, so this is literally what I would do. I got my straps in here, other things that I need. I'd put on this small Badlands pack. And then I'd throw this around like this. Clip on, and you're good. Now, the problem with this is, when I'm walking through the brush, these ting, 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 ting. I don't like that. And it's got swing weight to it. I hunted with this a few times last year. In the future, every year I will have some sets I use this, especially a few days of saddle hunting. But I weighed this, I think it was 22 pounds for the standing sticks. But these are, I'm running 2 full-length sticks. So if you put those tethered 1 sticks on there, you're going to drop a few, let's call it 16, 17. But it's not the weight that I care about. It's that this sticks out on each side. And when I'm walking through the brush, I can't have that. I just can't, because if you're hunting a big one and this makes that ting noise, you're done. I think you're done. Maybe you're not. I think you're done. And it kills my confidence. So, not a bad system, but here's my saddle hunting system. So, my saddle is in a mesh bag. I'll take that on in a minute, but this is 12 pounds. I put this on. I got my bow in one hand, and I walk wherever I want. Everything's in here tight. My aiders are in the back. These come with just Amsteel rope. To be honest, they're going to take a little bit of getting used to. Those are easier to climb. They're a little more rock solid in my opinion, but I haven't hunted with them for years, so we'll see. All right, so this is how my saddle lines out. Left side, carabiner. This is my lineman's belt, and that'll turn into my tether. And this is my safety strap. And that, on the way up the tree, it just dangles. And then when I have to go around a branch, I can tie off with that, or before I switch, it's a little complicated, but before I put my my main rope around the tree, my lead strap, before I do that, I tie on with this one. So as I'm looping that one on, I'm hooked on with the safety one, and then I leave the safety one hooked up, so I'm always double hooked. Not always, but when I'm up there, when I'm in my saddle leaning back, I'm double hooked. So let's get this show on the road. All right, I don't know how much of this we're gonna get. We got this camera down my shirt, my pod. Anyway, so I'm hooked on, as you can see. Carabiner to this side, I'm on the ground. And carabiner to this side. My safety rope hanging down here. Bow's hooked on. So I'm gonna have to let a little strap out. Then I get my foot on this step. Oh, I thought it was hard trying to film each step, but trying to film the walk up is going to be really tough. All right, up we go. All right, so when you get on the first step, I'm gonna have to put the next one on. So over here, this is a ropeman. You just pull it. Then I can lean back. I mean, I can really lean back. Let's say the step gives out. It's gonna pin me against this tree. It's gonna hurt, but I'm not gonna fall on the ground. So let's put the next step on. We're gonna reach back. Here's our sticks. I haven't quieted these yet. Not really used to them. Just a caveat, because this is gonna ting, and I gotta figure out how to not do that. I don't have this super high, but this is the most awkward damn thing I've ever done. So up another step. You can always adjust. My lineman's belt's a little loose. All right, we're in the leaves. I think it was taking me 7-8 minutes to get set up in a tree at the end, but you know what? I hunted way more than a normal person. I hunted maybe 50 times last year. So now I pull this around and then just cam this over. And you hear the bark. Then go to the other side of the tree, bring the belt around, and then I start threading it through. These. Well, that one I can't because it's a double, but on the back side I can. Then it's out of the way. Okay, so there's our ring of steps. So the idea is, I have this on the same carabiner, and I have it flipped, so I can do that. So my lineman's belt's still hooked on, but I have this one now, a short line. I do the Eberhard pass through. So my lineman's belt is still hooked up. And I'm pulling this through so it doesn't slide. So you get, I don't remember what that hitch is called. Hitch. Like I'm a goddamn sailor. So it doesn't slide. So now that I got that hooked up, then I go back here. Now I'm hooked on. Now all I do, I lean forward,
clip that carabiner, and I flip it so I can take my other rope out. So I'm hooked on with this one so I can't fall. And I hold onto the tree, and then I hook my lineman's belt up. But I gotta hold the tree at the same time. So, all right, so once I'm in the tree, I got my lead strap hooked. This would be higher, but I can't hook it higher here because there's a crotch in this tree. So I'm a little bit lower than normal. Usually I'm hooking up about that high, 8 inches higher. But, so I'm hooked into my saddle. And here's my safety strap. I kind of keep it out of the way to my left and tuck it into the tree. It's got about a 1 foot fall on it, but it's hard to trust the ropeman at first. Never had to do anything funny. But if it did give, this would grab me. So this is my sense of security, and I really like it actually. So once you're in the tree, I take my backpack off. And I pull out a screw-in peg, and then I hook my backpack in the tree. Then I take another screw-in peg before I pull my bow up, and I screw it in wherever I want it, or a couple of them usually. And then this little devil here, that hooked my Matthews down there, and I just pull up my bow. And that's it. It is way easier to do this without a camera. And that ring of steps, I'm telling you, I mean, I know I have shorts on and dumb boots, but you can go anywhere you want because that's all the way around the tree. And it's rock solid once you learn to cam that thing super hard. Okay, also, small disclaimer, I'm not an expert at this. This is the way that makes me feel safe. I'm always tethered. I think my system is fine, but I'm not an expert. So check into it and make sure you're doing it correct, because nobody wants to fall. Nobody needs to get hurt. So saddle and a hang-on. If you're just getting into mobile, go with the hang-on. If you're comfortable with that, just do the mobile thing. There's no bigger advantage, I think, than a saddle as far as between the two. But if it's ladder stand or mobile, go mobile. It's if they don't know where you are, you can kill them. Once they know where you are on a ladder stand, I think you're done. So anyway, that was shot out of that hang-on. That one was shot out of that hang-on. That's the one I killed last year out of the saddle. This one I chased. Those are sheds. I chased that one out of a hang-on. I hunted him 14 times in 1 year, which breaks my rule of like 3 times. But that deer taught me a lot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have somebody you know that has a saddle, go sit in one. Sit in one right off the ground. See how it works. The other thing is, the reason I went with the ring of steps is not just because John Eberhart said so. It's because I had a platform, and the platform was 5 pounds, something like that. I might as well be carrying a stand. So I wanted to go minimalist because I hike a long ways through the woods. Sometimes not. Sometimes it's 200 yards from the truck. But the ring of steps, it doesn't weigh anything, man. And the plastic ones now they make, that's probably what I should go with. But one thing at a time. So anyway, have a good one.